Hello YouTube, Damo_23 here, and welcome back to another episode of Non-League the Legend, the French edition, where we're looking to become better than PSG. Since we last left, I said that we need to be scoring way more than our XG, and we need to be defensively solid if we're going to have any hope of staying up this year. And well, we have been. Hence why, then instead of giving you choice today, we're going to play Lyon first in a game where it's 7th versus 3rd. Correct, we're in 7th. Yeah, don't get too excited because we've had a pretty good run of it of late. And then depending if we win or lose, it's either going to be Troyes if we lose or Marseille away if we win. Since we last met, we have to start the results because they've been absolutely fantastic. Actually, I'm going to start with the finances because we're 1.4 million overall balance, the biggest that the club's ever been in. That's still including the 750k that I've spent on training facilities this year. With that being said, income of 4.2 mil from just TV revenue. And we spend the least amount on wage. The least amount on wage. So, we're loving life. I'm planning not to do anything else with the facilities or anything. I'm just going to bank as much of this money so I can get as much transfer for next year. Because I think there's a world where we get somewhere in the vicinity of 5 to 7 mil in the club. And then next year we can go, okay, improve the facilities a little bit. Because it's going to be a long grind to get to that sort of area. Anyway, results, because they're important. There's one big result in this, and there's a lot of other things. So, OJ Nice, PSG's the last game, so you've seen all that. Since PSG, what a run. Important to know, there was definitely signs that this was possible. Strasbourg, we led. We're very unlucky. We lost. FCSM kept the clean sheet. We could have scored more. We didn't. OJ Nice, we led 2-1 in the 85th minute before conceding 2 goals, including the most bullshit of goals in the 90th. Rennes was definitely the worst game we played. We looked deplorable. Yes, one of their goals in the match engine was pretty horrid. And then PSG, we watched that one last episode. If you haven't checked that out, it was actually a really good game. We had opportunities as well. Next, we played Reims. We did win 4-2. We did score 95th minute to make it 4-2. They were down to 10 men, though, in the 90th. We did dominate this game. If you look at the statistics, we definitely did. 20 shots, 8 on target to 11 shots, 6. The Monaco game is the Schindler game. If you want to go watch his saves, we watch them all on the Twitch chat. Links down below. We are live on Twitch. Come follow us. 30 shots, 16 on target. XG of 2.82 was Monaco. We had 10 shots for and an XG of 0.74. The goals for us in this game are ludicrous. Now, look, we could see and watch the Schindler saves, but there's like 4 world-class saves where it's like down low here, there, and everywhere, and he gets an assist to cap it off here, Schindler, as well. So, we FM one of the big boys. Important to note, if you look at the team for this, we played Bordeaux 3 days later, who we do pump 5-0. I rotated. When I mean I rotated. Like, Galba started. Joe Lucas played instead of Alioski. We played Mattia at right back as well. And then, but here we are. Here's the goal. Schindler goes long. They all try to man up Chiesa and leave it. And for once in our lives, we benefit from a match engine mistake. And it's a 2-1 win. But yeah, as you can see, Matty played. Dieng played over Gozzi. I still think Dieng and Gozzi is the partnership moving forward. Lucas, Matsawema even got 90. Marverin played 90. Dosu's now being touted as our best footballer at the football club. He's worth 33 to 49 million. If we ever sell him, we're going to be in a position where we can go, all right, most of the money's in the club. Let's improve everything. Let's do it. Dosu, fantastic. We then beat Bordeaux 5-0. Full strength. Here we go. Collie just does the business against the smaller sides, as you will see. 5-0. Dieng scored. Dosu scored. We're pretty happy with everything. We look very, very good. There we go. We then beat AC Ajaccio, who were favourites for relegation with ourselves. And Collie went, okay, this is another League 2 game, so I better score 4 goals. And he went ballistic. Thank you very much. 4 goals, including Alioski scoring a penalty as well to get his account underway in terms of goals. He's our best penalty taker. And then we just beat Angers 2-1 in a game where we should have scored about 8. Collie missed everything. Chiesa missed everything. Collie missed from inside 6 yards. Chiesa missed from inside 6 yards. They had the most bullshit penalty where we won the ball from front on. Referee gave a penalty. VAR didn't overturn. And then Chiesa scored in the 94th minute. This is what Dosu's been doing. Watch the assist for the goal. He is just class. He's oozing class at the minute. It's been fantastic. Picks it up, drives inside, spots the run, and just clips it perfectly to his foot. So it's one touch and finish. He's magic, that boy. Which leaves us 7th. Lyon are currently sitting 3rd. I don't want to go, are we fighting for Europe this year? Because definitely not. For those that remember my French save of Metz, we were predicted to come dead last, 700 to 1 like we were. That Metz side was a little bit better, and the match engine one was a little bit as, there wasn't as many mistakes from players in the match engine, or where they leave, the match engine general stuff that we're seeing this year. We finished 5th that year. And then we went and played European football for every season. And I will say, we FM'd a lot of sides in that first year. I'm not going to say the level between League 2 and League 1 is dissimilar, but I think the bottom half teams in League 1 and the top half teams in League 2 are all very similar. And if we could beat all those sides and then just do something against the bigger boys, which we've already done against Monaco, and we showed ourselves that we're capable against PSG, we might have a very good year. A lot depends on these lads. Issa Indoor's been looking fantastic. He's quick. He's nippy. Cisse's been developing very well. He's not a natural shadow striker, but he looks fantastic. Dosu is Dosu. Collie is Collie, right? Collie is Collie. He's been fantastic. He's wanted still by Galatasaray and Brescia and Granada now. No more Galatasaray. So we're in a very good spot. Matty's out injured. Alioski is suspended for this one here as well. So Joe Lucas getting a start. Important to note that Alioski is now lost a bit of his speed, but he makes up for that in just what he does on the ball and how good his delivery is from corners and everything. But I'm still very happy in using him. His experience is invaluable. Anyway, your team is pretty full strength apart from Joe Lucas at left back, which is still a very good thing as well. And yeah, they have a very good team. I saw Nketiah there too, so definitely see what we can do. I will say Brest to a last, so on Coutinho on a free, but Coutinho just drops off so much on FM. But yeah, they got Valjomidos, or whatever his name is, Odyssey in net, Leora, Rob Holdings here, Tagliafico's here, Ez Adabi, Maxine always looks very good. Granit Xhaka's here. They're just torn through Arsenal. We've got Rob Holding, Granit Xhaka, and Nketiah. Interesting. Nketiah actually looks really good. And then Cabal was usually very, very well-rounded as well. It's the French Arsenal, was my Twitch calling it. Yeah. Hassim Moraz on the bench. Gedson Fernandez on the bench as well. As if Fernandez doesn't get in. Odd. Yeah, that's a very good. Sepp Vandenberg's here from Liverpool. Okay, can I just say he's got 15 determination this year on FM. Last year he had 3 determination. Don't know where the change is there. He definitely had 3 determination because I signed him in my Fulham save and his determination caused issues. He looks a much better player. He's someone I would definitely sign if they wanted to let him go. But there we are. Okay. Into the dressing room. Let's go into the tunnel. Do you have a plan to stop him? Well, we stopped Mbappe, so yes. And there we go. Look, Angers has been horrid now. They've probably stayed up one too many years in the league. They definitely fluctuate. We pumped them, so I was very shocked that we didn't win. But yeah. Anyway, 4-4-2. Be interesting to see how we press here at home. I don't expect to win, but I expect us to put in a shift, and that's all that matters. Nketiah going on a run. And he cuts it back there to Maxime Caquet. Xhaka, of all players. Cabral can hit one, does. That's not as far away as I thought it was going to be. Opening highlight. I'm going to tell these guys right now, even though it probably will not happen, but you never know with Schindler, that I would take a 0-0. I would take a 0-0. Can I just say, 15 minutes in, we've had 71% possession. We're knocking it around well, aren't we, lads? We're knocking it around well. Not much in terms of creation. That's now dropped off to 60, but 25 minutes in, so far it's not bad. Moissa, indoor, Cisse, good ball, Shane, over the top, Collie, moment, what a save from Odyssey. It's not been a clinical Collie this year. He usually scores a lot more, but that one was side volley straight into his face. I don't think the keeper knew much about it. A great save. Lucas on a corner, heads away. Should have been 1-0. The Senegalese there to cause a riot, pretty much, mate. The Senegalese front four are just really good that we have. I'm very worried they all get caught up for the African Cup of Nations, and next minute we're going to have no players, but we'll see what we can do. 35 minutes played, Collie now, headed away on his far as Mullet, Cisse, back to Mullet, indoor, needs overlapping runners, Mullet, great ball to Shane, ball over the top to indoor, fires over, great ball, 2 big moments, should have scored twice now. We've been the better side here against Lyon. Been much the better side against Lyon. They actually look a bit dead. They must have played in Europe. This would be typical. Schindler saves. And somehow it stayed out the net. Great save from Schindler. I thought we cleared it straight into them to tap home, but it didn't. So 0-0 just. That would have been typical. Absolutely dominate against a big team with much better reputation and then lose. But there we are. 0-0. Fantastic half of football that we've played. We just need a goal. 12 shots, 5 plays, 2 shots, 1. And we've already had an extra 1.6. We've dominated. We have dominated. 60 minutes played. Is there going to be a moment? Ball lomped in. Headed away. We're quick on the break here. And Dossu's the right person to have on it. Here we go. Look at us go. Look at the numbers. Shane needs a... Just this way. Well, if we get hit on the break here. Thank Christ we did not. We had 4 guys out on the right-hand side. We go to Shane. Okay, 1 bad pass left. All he had to do was just stop it, turn, and play the other way. We're 3 against 1. But no. 70 minutes played. We have absolutely dominated Lyon, and it's 0-0. Who's having a good year? Kieta's scored some goals this year. Indoor's not having the best of it. I'm going to get Collie out there. We're going to get Kieta up front because he has scored a couple of goals off the bench as a poacher. Man, we've been good. Galba's already scored a few goals as well this year, so we're going to get him into at 6 foot and he can take a free kick. Midfield's having a good game. Everyone else having a pretty good game. I don't want to really make too many changes to just do whatever. So we'll do that. Dossu's picked up a knock. Get him off as well. We're going to get winger and attack. I might actually switch it that way around. Our best player, Dossu's come off. We've dominated. We deserve a winner, FM. I hope you know that. XG of over 2. That's not the ball, but Collie's big enough to win. Misses the header. Can we get a presser, maybe? Shane did well, and then it's somehow still their ball, which I hate. Hate when FM does that. Ayur now. Good switch. Balogun. Another Arsenal player. Never a penalty ref, so let's play on. Ball down the line. 2 guys there, none of them go to it. Atletico. Ayur looked offside, wasn't offside, it's a goal. Against the run of play, we've absolutely dominated Lyon and they've scored. Two guys down the line, they both run away from the ball, Tagliafico, and the FM match engines cost us again because players just don't lock onto the ball. Makes no sense. 21 shots, 8 on target, XG of 2.41. They haven't even had an XG of 1. We're 1-0 down. This sums it up. Sums it up against all the big teams. We just cop the bullshit. Whistler's going to come off here for Dieng. And we're going to get Saywers, who we're trying to sell on because, yeah, just create me something. Go to attacking. See if there's some hope. Is there going to be late drama, Football Manager? We've dominated the game. 22 shots, 8 on target, XG of 2.48. We've absolutely fisted the team in third in Lyon and we've lost 1-0. Absolutely fisted them and we've lost 1-0. That is ludicrous, Football Manager. And that's it. Nothing else that you could say. If you play like that for 90% of the matches, you're going to win this year. That's probably your attribution for us FMing Monaco. And that's what I'm going to take it as, is us when we FM Monaco. But there is not a way that we should have ever have lost that game. We played out of our skin. We looked fantastic. We should have been 2 goals up. We missed 2 1-on-1s in the first half. We had a counter-attack where if we just go right-hand side, it's 3 against 1, we'd probably score. But no, we go to Shane, and Shane doesn't do anything with the ball. In their highlight where they scored from, FM couldn't deal with the fact we've tracked the runner and made a tackle in the box. Oh yeah, we're going to pass it where there's 2 guys in 3. Oh, we're going to both run away from it. Utterly stupid. Well, YouTube, that means we're going to give you the Troyes game. Well, that means we're going to give you the Troyes game because it's the world where we lose the Brest. And then all of a sudden the Troyes game becomes a 6-pointer. Because I still, look, there's a lot of hype because of how well we played and just proven. But at the same stage, there's a world where if we lose the Brest and we lose the Troyes, I think we're still relegation candidates. But if we play like that, there's no way we're getting relegated, right? I don't think there's a way we get relegated. I'll give you the Troyes game. I think we're going to stay to our word that the fact we lost will give you the Troyes game. If we won and then beat Brest and then beat Troyes, it would have made sense to play Marseille. But I think now we're going to give you the Troyes game, and we'll see you guys then for that one there. Welcome back, YouTube. Troyes, big game. We've only played the one game in between, and we got absolutely FM by Brest. Had more of the game. They went down to 10 men after continuing scored a weldy from outside the box on the longest pitch I've ever seen. Like, if we could bring up the highlight for Coutinho, it wasn't a weldy. It was a nice goal outside the box. Just have a look how long the pitch is. The reason I'm not bringing up Collies is because it's not so long. But like, if we reverse this pitch is monstrous, man. It is narrow and long. But yeah, in the end, we had a goal disallowed for offside. Dosu scored in the 95th minute. Looked arguably like it could have been on. It's a belter because he's hit it well, but in the match engine, I think Schindler should make a save. In the end, yeah, we scored finally. Collie missed 3 1-on-1s, should have been up about a million times. And out of all the 1-on-1s he missed, the one where he goes outside the boot and it should always be saved and the keeper saved everything is the one that goes in. So we got lucky in that sense. In terms of the match stats, though, in the domination of the game in the data hub, we dominated the full 90 minutes. So not a good result. We got FM by Lyon and slightly FM there. It would have been a proper FMing if we did not get a goal. But an FMing nonetheless, that is only a point. In saying that, though, it is an important point because it means Brest don't get 3 points away from us. Our goal is to stay up, and that's why this game is so important, because a win here puts us more than 10 points clear of Troyes, and I know it's only 12 games in, 13 games in, but you're already going, okay, we've got that buffer. How good are they to get to that points tally? That's the thing. Any time that we can get close to that 35-point mark, today's the day. We have had injuries, which is a bit of annoying as well, as PSG thumped someone. We've had Karamoko break his ankle, so our 3rd/4th choice centre-back is out for the next 3 to 4 months, which is no good. Matty at least comes to the bench here, who can fill in at centre-back if needs be. Mullet has picked up an injury and torn his groin. There was a 14-day gap before we played Brest for no apparent reason, and then we've had an international break. So it looks like even though he's torn his groin, he's out for 4 to 6 weeks. He might miss 1 game, maybe 2. So that's actually not too bad for us. So Masawema will start there. And then Galba in training did an abdominal strain, which is not good too. So we're a little bit short on players in the team today, but it is what it is. Dean's going to come out. I think this is too important of a game, so Mawissa's going to come in as well, especially against the Troy side, which we did beat last year. I think we beat them 1-0 at home in the run-in last year. So we're going to go with a team that has played a lot of football together. Important to know, Alioski and Dossi are having a very good partnership, even though Alioski's losing his fitness. He's still fantastic. Cisse, by the way, as well, called up to the national team. They dropped Collie, called up Dossu and Daiga Cisse. Against Nambia in the second game he played in qualifying for the African Cup of Nations. He scored 2 goals. I'm still worried 1, 2, and 3 will definitely go to the African Cup of Nations, and Endor might as well. Without further ado, though, in a must-win game for us, here we go. Fort's also out, injured. I'm going to get Sabers in, and the main reason Sabers in has a good understanding. Matty's not 100%. Sabers is quick, but will bring one of the people on late doors as well. So yeah, here we go. This is a interesting game here. We need to just go out there and play our football and hope that works for us. Very good team talk. End broadcast. Too many questions post-game, pre-game. Anyhow, there we go. Should be a very similar choice side that we saw last year. We'll find out. Ugbo's up top. He wasn't there last year. Batista was there last year. They signed Bakayoko after coming up as well. So, on paper, they've definitely improved. Bakayoko came from Clermont, I reckon, who have spent 2 years now in the League 2 and have the best team by a mile in League 2. So, something going on there. And then, anyway, highlight early doors, 3 minutes in. Must-win game. After losing to Lyon, being FM by Lyon, and then not winning, we have to win. Collie, that's been his issue all year. He's been getting in one-on-one a lot this year, and he's missing a lot of chances. In terms of statistical data of our XG, I feel like we're performing right on our XG for data because of the FMing of Monaco, and we scored 5 in a game against Bordeaux, where our XG wasn't obviously XG of 5. So a couple of outliers there, which have kept our XG parity, but we've definitely conceded more than what our XG persists of. Yet again, for the millionth time, 20 minutes in, way more possession and way more chances. No goal. This has become a bit of a theme in this stream where we've dominated the weaker sides and not gone away with it. Hopefully a goal does come. Going to move us to attacking here before half-time, see if we can pick something up. They've actually started to come into the game a bit more. If we concede here, I'm going to be very livid. We still could be livid. It's a big switch. If we concede against the runner play, I'm going to be livid. Half a second, I thought that was in. Over the bar mercifully. Going to move us back to positive. I feel like that change was not good. Half-time 0-0. Sorry, I do not want to simulate. Far from pleased. Start the second half. You might think, oh, in terms of relegation, big point. It's not, because you have to win your home games. So even in terms of a 6-pointer for relegation, this is a must-win. This is not particularly good here. 58 minutes played, 60 minutes. Not a highlight, really. We have not done enough. Not working into the box, but hit some early crosses. Play for a set piece as well. Go a little bit more direct. Pass it into some space. Make a few more changes. Go a little bit more wing play, maybe. 70 minutes played. Not particularly been our day. Hector Fort's going to come out there even though he's not 100%. Dosu's going to go on that side. I'm actually going to get Alioski up the field because I'm making a bit of a change here. I'm going to get him as a winger on attack. And I'm going to get him as a winger on attack. Keita's going to come in for Cisse. I think he's not too bad. 5'10", yeah. All right. And I'm going to go. Focus play down the left and the right. Whip those ball in low. Get Collie to beat his man and try and get in there. I'm going to try and go down the wings and try and get a little bit of wing play in. Haven't really done this too much, but I feel like it's screaming for it this game. Ball back stick, headed and wide. 75 minutes in, you would say Toulouse probably deserved more of the goal from what we've seen. Still looking to play out, by the way, but we are going to look to play wide. They are pressing us. Great ball into Sanif, who then thumps it to no one. Dosu doesn't win that, and here they come. We're being squeezed. Masawemba doesn't get that. That's a ball over the top. Gozzi wins. Need to get a touch, Alioski, and does. Shane, Fort, needs to come and find one wide here. Finds Keita. Wow, they're down to 10 men. That was definitely a foul. And Gerd's absolutely fouled his man. Dosu's not having the best of the game, going to get him out. Don't particularly have another winger to bring on either. I'm going to leave that for now. Is there going to be one last chance here? Highlight. Need a goal. It's because we're trying to make a change. Hopefully this is going to be us. Big thumb out the Fort. Here we go. Wing play dictates this ball has to go into this space here, Dosu. Dosu, get on your bike. Early ball in. Collie, he was offside. It was nearly perfect. Because I reckon this game is screaming out for this. With them sitting so low and doing nothing, just whip the ball in there. Get Keita getting in late as well. Alioski can whip a ball. Oh, he's just off. What a ball from Fort. Deserved a goal. I'm actually going to do this. Get Masawemba off. Go 2 up top. And get one in there. And a ball-winning midfielder. And a poacher on the last man. I feel like I'm going to go for broke here. I feel like this is a game against 10 men in a 6-pointer. This is definitely a game we can go for it. Shane wins it. Good ball out there, the Marvarin. Fort. Marvarin. Blocked. If that gets across the box, Collie is there. Just feel like this game is screaming out for it. Ball down the line is unreal. Oh, I nearly found him. Look, if we score a goal from a cross, it is a masterclass, boys. I'm just going to put it out there. Collie. Ryan in the hole. Thumps went out there for Marva and doesn't find him. We should have numbers here to win. Poor header, but done well. Collie ain't going to win that one. They hit us on the break here. This is going to be so undeserved. Ritter. Thumps one. That's our ball. They've got nothing. Barring a mistake. Okay, good. Melissa. Finds Marverin. Ball through. Collie one-on-one. Has to score straight at the keeper. What I don't get is he takes his touch away from goal, which narrows his angle. Like, what is this touch, Collie? What is this touch, Collie? It's another game we're going to get FM'd in. What is that touch away from goal? If he just takes it at goal, it's such an easy one-on-one. And then from there, the keeper knows, all right, he's going across goals now because his touch is there and I can cover as much stick as I want. Fucking hell. Another FMing. We've got to get FM'd 3 games in a row here. We need a late goal. We have made the changes and we have dominated. We've moved into a wing play system and dominated against the 10 men of Troyes and we cannot score. Out of nowhere, we've stopped the ability to be able to score goals. Marverin, can he hit? Straight at the keeper. Chance after chance after chance is going begging. There's 5 minutes at a time. Is there going to be any late drama, FM? And for the 3rd game in a row, we get FM'd. Well, there you go, YouTube. We get FM'd 3 times in a row. We lose 1-0 to Lyon in a game we absolutely dominate. We dominate Brest away from home and needed a 90th minute equaliser to draw 1-1 against 10 men Brest. And then against 10 men Troyes, after dominating there, we draw 0-0. Not good enough. Not good enough at all. And if we're drawing games like that, I'm telling you right now, we're not worrying about finishing inside the top 7. We need to worry about that if we're drawing those games against harder teams we're going to lose, that we don't get involved in this relegation fight. And you might be thinking, Damien, you're on 20 points from 13 games. Why would you say that? Because against the likes of OJ Nice, Monaco if we don't FM him, Lyon, Marseille who we play next, PSG, Rennes on paper, those 6 games are automatically 6 losses, right? Automatically 6 losses. Throw in that Montpellier aren't a bad side, nor a Lille, nor a Nantes. That's 9 losses that you predict that we get at least in one of the 2 fixtures. Possibly those are 18 fixtures that we lose this year. Which then all of a sudden out of the 35 from the 18, right, leaves you 17 fixtures that we need to get 35 points from. We've already played 13. Start doing your math. These are the sort of games we need to win if we're going to stay up. I know that's a very knee-jerk reaction to, well, okay, you just play, you've had a very good start. I get that, but when you're drawing 1-1 to a 10-men Brest side who are bottom, who are now second bottom, and you're drawing to a Troy side with potential to go more than 10 points clear of them, all of a sudden you're leaving the gap to be there for you are now in territory where if you cop a few more FMings, you're in a relegation battle. It is not good enough. That is not good enough. We are having issues. We can't score goals. What is going on? I do not know. Till next time, we'll see you for another episode. We're going to pick a game depending on our form. If we have an upturn of form, it's going to be one of the bigger teams. If we don't have an upturn of form, it's probably that FCSN game maybe. But, in terms of the league, there's not too much. I feel like next episode is going to be PSG and Reims. One team against the best team in the comp and another PSG derby. And then Reims in a team we should beat on paper. It's not good enough. See you next time. Thank you and goodbye.